What's going on, YouTube? Fuzzy Wuzzy, I got my own shit in the garage today. Giving it a good look over. There's a thumping in the front end, and I know what it is. That's what it is. That's my thumping. I got bad ball joints, which is, I don't care. That's fine. Not a big deal. I got both of them. Two Moog problem solvers. And, yeah, let me throw those in here. It's got an exhaust rattle I'm trying to fucking find. And just poking around the car. I haven't been underneath it in, I don't know, since October. And I see this shit. Look at how fucking wet that is. That axle seal slinging so much grease, it's coming down my fucking tire. So that's disappointing. All that fucking oil. I really don't want to get into the differential of this thing, but that's a pretty bad leak. So that's all I'm gonna do. I got a new bulb put in there. Not a new bulb. I go to the junkyard and take bulbs. I ain't buying no fucking bulbs. Them bitches are expensive. That's it. Alright, YouTube. I am suspect here. This is way too easy. All the fucking cotter pins come out. That top joint come out. I didn't even have to get out the penetrating oil. A couple taps with a hammer. I even got the fucking ball joint out. Hit it with a hammer. I hit it the whole ball joint a lot of times, but it came out. I don't have the press, so I gotta go rent a ball joint press to put everything in. Even the axle slid out. I didn't even have to hit it. This is way too easy. It ain't supposed to be this easy. Alright, one Moog ball joint, one well-used auto parts store ball joint press. And hey, look at this. You ever hear Amazon open box? It's where shit's a lot cheaper because it's a returned item. And look at that. Warehouse inspected with a check mark. You motherfuckers. Look at this. You see that? Let me turn that bright down. You see that crack in that ball joint? Inspected. Fuck you, Amazon. Alright, I still got another one. This one is not an open box deal. I only bought one open box deal because there's only one available. And this one is not fucked up at all. Alright, this is some fucking bullshit. This one doesn't fit either. It is small as fuck. How much smaller? Let's find out. That one is 176. One 175. One 176. 175. Well, what the fuck is going on here? Why doesn't this fit in my control arm? Well, what the fuck is going on here? I can't imagine they would manufacture two different ball joints that fucking... See, now that's a press fit. I can't get that one in. I can't imagine they would manufacture two different ball joints that close in size. Now, I know that these aren't the fucking greatest calipers in the world, but come on now. Ah, man, this is fucking stupid. Alright, let me hit the parts store and see what's going on here. Alright, YouTube. Well, fucking ball joints. I got new ones coming. The old ones getting sent back. Still a bunch of fucking bullshit. So it's gonna be sitting here for a couple days probably, which is fucking shitty. So I blew the other side apart last night. Got that thing all stripped down, ball joint out, just waiting for the new one. It was just as easy as the other side. Just fucking fell right apart. So I mean that's cool. Still disappointed. So while I'm waiting for parts onto the back axle, let me take care of this fucking axle seal. Look at all that grease and oil on that fucking pad. Oi. Shit would be all over the parking brake, but joke's on you, I don't fucking have one. Well, next step, get this fucking cover off so I can slide that there axle out. Oh. I know it's gonna seem odd, but I am not gonna change this fluid. I'm just gonna put this fluid right back in here because I just put fluid in this guy about this time last year, about a year ago. So it's relatively fresh, and the shit's expensive as fuck. So I ain't fucking buying more. Fuck. Ooh, there she goes. Smells like expensive synthetic. Aha. Yahtzee! Just got a little RTV around this new seal. This 36 is gonna have to do. Little RTV cleanup. A little bit of oil. A little bit of oil. I don't know, maybe a Texan would say it. Oil. And that's that. Okay. Well, that's pretty much done, yo. I'm just going to clean up gasket surface, shit like that. Clean up the pan. RTV it. Oh, yeah, put the fucking pin back in. You know the process. Just backwards. Nothing special, nothing to show. Alright, YouTube. Axle's back together. Tires on. No fluids in it. I got time waiting for them ball joints. I'm just going to let that fucking RTV set up overnight. Then I'll put the fluid in it. Anyway, I got another project for this car. It's got this 4-prong plug on it for my trailer shit. I don't know about you guys, but I fucking hate these things. I fucking hate them. I've never had anything that plugs in worth a fuck on any vehicle I've ever had, any trailer. Tell me if you had the same experience. The shit falls out of them. The fucking like this whole thing was shrouded, so I cut that off just so I could plug something in it. I just fucking hate them. So when I was at the junkyard today, I got these guys, 7-prong plugs. I got 2 of them. I paid $5 a piece for them. This is off of F-150, say late 90s, early 2000s. This is off of Expedition, mid 2000s. And I'm putting this on because I fucking hate those 4 prongs. That tow dolly over there, the cord already drug in the ground and got all fucked up, so I got to put a new end on it anyway. So I'm just going to put one of these guys on it. If somebody borrows that tow dolly, if they don't got a 7-prong plug, well, fuck them. It's my dolly. I'll put what I want on it. All that holds that guy on is a bolt. And I think what I'm going to do, since this has the 4 and the 7, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide that in there. Slide that in there. Drill the new hole so it doesn't stick way the fuck out like that. Drill a new hole so it sets back. Or I could use this one. Ugh. This one off the Expedition fits pretty good. The bolt holes will just about line up and it'll sit there at an upward angle. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to try that other one. I mean, why not? Okay. I cut the bracket off, drilled 2 holes to go in them 2 holes there. It's going to mount, wires are going to tuck up in here. It's going to mount, something like that. I think it'll work. Now, the only colors I'm paying attention to are these colors. The green, the yellow, black with a white stripe, and white. Because these operate lights. These operate lights. I'm only paying attention to these colors. And if you look, the white from the factory, they brought it together right there. Same with the green. Same with the yellow. Like the orange and the blue and the shit, I don't give a fuck about. Because that's for the electric brakes that plug is for. I don't give a shit about that. And trailer wiring is universal. Those colors I'm talking about are the same colors back here. So all I got to do is snip it off down the line, splice in my colors, like that one that's already been spliced together from the factory, and just put it all together, bolt it up, and it should work. Now, if you're wondering why I went through all the trouble of going to the fucking junkyard to get this, instead of buying one on Amazon or whatever, probably for like $2 fucking. Some Chinese piece of shit that would probably just plug right into the taillight and it would just be fucking plug and play. Because I don't want one of those cheap fucking things. This is a factory Ford fucking part. So it's probably pretty damn good quality. I don't want no fucking Chinese piece of shit that's gonna burst into fucking flames and fucking corrode into green little fucking me love you long time pieces after like a fucking month. Damn it. There you go. I guess it doesn't look too bad. Nah, I don't like the way it sticks out, but well, what are you gonna do? I think it'll be fine. Fuck it. I'm gonna run with it. That upper ball joint, the boot was tore. And, I got grease everywhere and all that sludgy shit. The joint still feels good. Nice, smooth. It's not flopping around. It's still got, a little tightness to it. So I ain't going to replace it. It's fucking good to me. The only issue is I can't get a boot. Now, I'm sure I can get one online, but, I don't want to wait for it. I cannot get a boot locally. Checked with O'Reilly's, checked with Advanced. Nobody has one. So here's my bad lower. And that boot's going on there, whether it likes it or not. Well, shit, YouTube. This old ball joint where the boot goes is 177. And this one is 197. So no matter how hard I try, that piece of shit doesn't fit. Well, fuck. This ball joint laying in the scrap pile. I think it's from a Dodge. I don't really know. But it had this boot on there. Real good boot. Close to fitting. Not quite. She is close. But, you know, some boot's better than no boot. And I really don't have much of a choice. This piece of shit has to get the fuck out of my garage. So, in the fall, when I bring it back to do another oil change, and probably brakes, because they're starting to get low, I'll just have to remember to order an arm. Yeah. Alright. Ball joint. There you go. New ball joint. I have to put the... It comes with some, Loctite compound to fill the gap for some reason. I don't know. Something's up with these ball joints. Look at all this shit together. Alright, YouTube. She's back together. Went back together, no problem. Simple, easy shit. Everybody's seen somebody do ball joints on the internet. This little tool from O'Reilly's, I think it is. This little kit. Complete piece of shit. It doesn't have enough pieces to make itself useful. It did the job, but I think it was more difficult than it needed to be. If I had to rent one again, I would get it from Advance. They got a lot more parts in their ball joint kit. And that's it. That boot's squeezed together all right. It's open at the back, but, you know, it is what it is. So, this video is long enough. I'll see you next time, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Peace.